shoot, like, if I wanted to fool around with a girl, like, I'm gonna fool around with a girl. Hey everybody, what's up? It's Simone. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, hi. I'm so glad you decided to pop in and watch my video. Please stay. Please. Well, I have two moms. Not a surprise from the title. This video is basically gonna be about questions slash like things that I hear a lot because I have two moms. So let's get into it.
Yeah, get into it.
This just goes for anyone watching the video or just any of my friends that have asked me like questions about me having two moms. This isn't to like make fun of you or anything. I'm not trying to offend anybody. This is just for fun. Some people can relate to it, so yeah. Also, I look a little ratchet, but it's okay. Before like people ask me any questions, obviously I have to tell them I have two moms. I don't just tell anyone because, you know, everyone does have different opinions, and like, you know, it's kind of sad that not everyone can just accept people for who they are. I usually don't just tell people right off the bat that I have two moms, because even when people get to know me and they love me, like, as some people, like, as soon as I've told them I have two moms, like, they look at me differently and they're like, so I don't really just tell people straight off the bat. I'll just bring it up casually. I'll be like, or no. This is how it usually happens. Do you actually know what time your mom or your dad are coming to pick you up? Because, like, you know, my parents are gonna be home, and like I don't want you to be here when it's all hectic. Yeah, I can text one of my moms. Like, I'm sure one of them can pick me up later before your dad or mom gets home. So people usually ask me,
dad.
and I'm like,
About that, I don't have a dad. I have two moms.
and they usually go, wait, so like I don't want to like offend you or anything, but how does that like work? So it's a very awkward kind of situation depending on who the person is. If it's not something like they're used to, or even like with people that are used to it, it's still awkward because, you know, you just asked me about my dad and I'm like, don't have one. But the first question that some people ask me is, are my moms married? So usually like the conversation with like that sort of question will start off like this. Wait, so you mean that like by two moms that you have like a stepmom and like your mom and your dad? Like, what do you, right? And I'll usually respond and I'll go, no, my parents were married. You see, they were, but they got divorced like when I was in like 7th grade, so, you know, lesbians. They're lesbian. They were together. I don't know. This question, it doesn't bother me, but I kind of find it like, out of all the questions you can ask me, like, you ask if like one of my moms is my stepmom, like, I don't know. So, and like, if you really think about it, like, how does that work? Like, do you think if I say, oh yeah, like I have two moms, that like my mom like was married to like a guy, and then like my dad, and then like my dad married like this woman, and then like my mom married like my dad's wife, and then like she became my stepmom? That would be a good show. Is that a show? Shoot, let me get right on that. Yeah, I just like think about it.
If 2 + 2 is 4, right? And 5 + 5 is 10. Okay. What the fuck is this? Didn't see.
Make it make sense. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. So the second question that a lot of people usually ask me is, am I gay too? And that usually goes like this.
You're not gonna, like, kiss me or anything, right? What? No, I just, like, your parents are gay, so, like, doesn't that make you gay, or... I don't want this to be weird between us, like, I'm straight. No, see, I'm straight, like, I have a boyfriend, like, I'm just like you, like, it's fine, like, I'm not gonna hit on you or anything, like, I'm the same person I was before you knew. Oh, okay, thank God. Because I really like being friends with you, oh, gosh, that would, whew.
Honestly, like, I feel like this sort of question is very...
I'm not trying to get canceled, guys. It's only like my first or second video.
I don't know. I don't have a problem with, like, dating a girl. I'm not, like, I don't consider myself, like, bisexual or anything. I consider myself straight, but, like, shoot, like, if I wanted to fool around with a girl, like, I'm gonna fool around with a girl. Like, there's no problem with it for me, like, love is love, and, like, be with who you want to be. So for someone to ask me, like, if I'm gay because I have 2 moms, like, that's completely, like, ignorant. That's the word. Ignorant. It's ignorant. Yeah. So don't just assume because, like, I have 2 moms that just automatically makes me gay, because it does not. Okay, so number 3. So a question that I get a lot is, how was I born? Roll the tape.
Wait, so, like, how does that work with, like, like, 2 moms? Like, you can't really... Oh, well, this is kind of, like, the same way that you were born. Like, I was still born from, like, an egg and sperm. I just, my dad's a sperm donor, so I don't know him, but my mom, got to pick a sperm donor, and, they basically inseminated her with the sperm, and it just went up her cooch, and I popped out 9 months later. So, sorry, is this offensive? I'm not trying to be offensive or anything. Doesn't really make sense.
I don't mind answering this question because, like, it's not something, like, everyone, like, knows about. So I have no problem, like, explaining it to people. And, like, I'll, probably tell them, I'm like, listen, like, no, I don't know my dad, but everyone has a dad. Like, you can't be born without sperm and an egg. Basic science. So, again, I feel like that's kind of, like, another ignorant question. But, again, like I said, not everyone understands it. Number 4. So another question that people tend to ask me when I tell them I have 2 moms is, am I adopted? I am adopted, but not in, like, that way, if that makes sense. Just roll the tapes.
So, like, are you adopted, or... No, I'm not adopted. Well, I am, but she's not my stepmom. She's my other mom, that my birth mom married. She adopted me so that I would be her child, like, legally hers. Does that make sense, or... Yeah, no, I completely understand now.
I am adopted by, like, not my birth mom, but my other mom. She adopted me so that I was rightfully hers. So I'm not adopted in the way where, like, like, my parents, like, gave me up for adoption, that kind of thing. Like, I was adopted because my other mom wanted me to be legally, like, hers. But that's basically how I answer that.
Hi, so it's Simone from the future. I basically just wanted to clear up the fact that, like, there are kids, obviously, that get adopted from same-sex parents, like 2 men or even 2 women that can't have kids or just don't want to give birth. But, you know, in my case, that just wasn't what happened. So I just wanted to clear that up. Okay.
Number 5. Some people ask me, where's my dad? This kind of goes into like number 3, like how I was born. I don't know where my dad is. He is a sperm donor, and you know, some sperm donors are anonymous and then others you can kind of find more easily, but mine is anonymous. I don't know much about my sperm donor yet. There's like documents and stuff on him, but like nothing like his name or anything like that. But my mom, like, she wants me to be a little older before I look at all that stuff. I do plan on doing like a little series once I can look at all that stuff, and I want to make a series on finding a little bit more out about my birth father and whether or not I have siblings, which I probably do, because when you use a sperm donor, it's not just my mom that used it, it's like other people. So I probably do have siblings. I'm the only child, but I probably have siblings like all over the world, or maybe like people I've met. Like, you know, it's a small world, you never know. To answer that question, I don't know. And when people usually ask me this question, this is usually my response.
Bitch.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
So number 6. This is actually the last question. A question that I usually get a lot, even from like my friends. Basically like people that know me but don't really know me, like don't see my parents a lot. They ask me which one is my birth mom. Which is, I have no like problem with this question. This is probably the most like unoffensive question like out of like all of them. One of my moms, she's light skinned, and I don't know if I can insert pictures. I don't really know how to do that yet, but maybe I'll figure it out. Future editing Simone, if you can figure that out, hit me up.
I can't really help that I'm cringy at sometimes. If I make you uncomfortable, it's okay. I'm uncomfortable too.
One of my moms is light skinned, and then my other mom is like, she's like my complexion, and the one that's my complexion is my birth mom. You never know, like the light skinned one could be my birth mom, like, you know, but I look a lot like my birth mom. I'll usually just be like,
Oh, you know, the one that's like more my complexion.
and they'll be like,
Oh yeah, like okay, like I know which one you're talking about now.
so that's like the most like unoffensive question. Hey guys, I realized I never filmed an outro to this video, so that's why I look completely different. These aren't real glasses, but they do help me like to like I hope that you guys at least got something from this video, whether you could laugh at it and you thought it was relatable, or whether like you learned what to ask and what not to ask. This is my first video, like besides my get to know me one, but I did film this one first, and my get to know me one I actually didn't even make yet by the time. Well, it's gonna be out first before this video. Yeah, there you go. I am really excited to continue this path for YouTube. I think it's going to be really great for like me to practice my editing skills when it comes to like making films, because it's something I want to do in my career, like with screenwriting and everything. Hopefully I can continue to do this. It is very time consuming, but you know, I have to get used to it, and you know, we'll see how long it lasts. We'll see how long I am here. Right now, since it is summer, I'll probably be able to post like a lot more, but you know, if I do continue to do YouTube like throughout like the school year, I am going into like my junior year, so it's gonna be a lot harder to post because I'm gonna have a lot of work to do, but we will see. Just let me know if you have any suggestions or anything that you want to hear or see me do in like my next videos. Let me know if you thought that like this video was too long, or if you thought it was just right for like this type of video. I really want like good constructive criticism. Please don't hate on me. Please don't. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end, if you skipped through it, you know, thank you for at least somewhat staying. I appreciate it a lot. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, leave a like,
Don't leave a thumbs down.
because that will make me sad.
Heart been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe.
Okay, bye.